The morning started like crap. Dad was on my case again about that stupid test. Second place isn't good enough, Shoto, he growled, slamming his fist on the table. You're my son. You should be first in everything. I rolled my eyes. It's just one test, Dad. Chill out. Don't tell me to chill out. He got right in my face. Maybe you need a tutor to get your act together. A tutor? Are you kidding me? I stood up, knocking my chair over. I don't need your help. I'm doing fine on my own. Watch your tone, boy, he warned, his eyes narrowing. Whatever, I spat, grabbing my bag. I'm out of here. I slammed the door on my way out, his shouts fading behind me. Great way to start the day, right? Little did I know things were about to get a whole lot more interesting at school. I stormed into class, still fuming from the fight with Dad. Most of the others were already there, chatting away like it was any other day. I slumped into my seat, not in the mood for small talk. Midoriya, ever the nice guy, leaned over. Hey, Todoroki, want some candy? Nah, I'm good, I muttered. Then I heard that familiar, grating voice. What's wrong? Half and half, daddy issues got you down. I looked up to see Bakugo smirking at me. Usually I'd let his crap slide, but today, no way. Shut it, Bakugo, I growled. His eyes widened. Oh, did I hit a nerve? Poor little rich boy can't handle. I don't know what came over me. One second I was in my seat, the next I had tackled Bakugo to the ground. We were throwing punches, rolling around on the classroom floor. Fight, fight, someone yelled. I had Bakugo pinned, fist raised, when suddenly I felt myself being yanked back. Gee, what the hell is going on here? It was Aizawa-sensei looking pissed as usual. As Bakugo and I glared at each other, breathing hard. I knew we were in deep shit now. Aizawa-sensei's eyes bore into us as we stood in his office after class. You two want to explain yourselves. Bakugo predictably exploded. This icy hot bastard attack. You provoked me, I shot back. Enough, Aizawa-sensei rubbed his temples. I don't care who started it. You both know the rules. No fighting outside of sanctioned training. I felt my stomach drop. What's our punishment? 1 week detention. You'll be cleaning the training pool. He leaned back in his chair. Oh, and your parents will be notified. Fuck, Bakugo muttered. For once, I agreed with him. This afternoon, 3 p.m. sharp. Don't be late, Aizawa-sensei dismissed us. As we left his office, Bakugo shoved past me. This is all your fault, you know? I wanted to argue, but what was the point? All I could think about was how Dad was going to lose his shit when he found out. As if this morning wasn't bad enough. I headed to my next class, dreading what was waiting for me after school. Little did I know, this punishment was about to change everything. 3 p.m. rolled around way too fast. I dragged myself to the pool, half hoping Bakugo wouldn't show. No such luck. Let's get this over with, he growled, already scrubbing at the tile. I grabbed a brush and started on the opposite end. The silence was thick, broken only by the sound of bristles on concrete. After about an hour, Bakugo spoke up. This is bullshit. We shouldn't be here. Well, we are, I said, not looking up. So quit whining and work. What did you say? He stormed over, getting in my face. I stood up, matching his glare. You heard me, or your ears as useless as your attitude. For a second, I thought he might hit me. Instead, he smirked. Didn't know you had it in you, icy hot. There's a lot you don't know about me, I shot back. He snorted and went back to his side. Whatever, I'm still gonna finish before you. I rolled my eyes but found myself scrubbing faster. No way was I letting him win. As the sun started to set, I realized something weird. Despite the arguing, this wasn't as bad as I'd expected. Maybe there was more to Bakugo than I'd thought. No, it couldn't be. Could it? It's day 3 of detention, and Bakugo was in rare form. He was scrubbing like a maniac, splashing water everywhere and cursing under his breath. What's your problem today? I asked, dodging another splash. None of your fucking business, he snapped. I was about to fire back when I heard it, a loud growl from his stomach. Suddenly, his mood made sense. You're hungry, I said. It wasn't a question. So what if I am? He glared at me. I sighed, reaching into my bag. Here, I said, tossing him my lunch. My dad always makes me pack extra. Bakugo caught it, looking surprised. Why are you? Just eat it before I change my mind. I cut him off. He hesitated for a second, then tore into the food like he hadn't eaten in days. I tried not to stare, but I couldn't help noticing the way his jaw moved as he chewed, the satisfied look in his eyes. When he finished, he licked his lips. Thanks, he muttered, so quietly I almost missed it. No problem, I said, feeling my face heat up for some reason. We went back to cleaning, but something had shifted. The silence wasn't as tense anymore, and every now and then, I caught Bakugo looking at me with an expression I couldn't quite read. to what the hell was happening here. The next few days of detention were different. Bakugo and I actually started talking, like real conversations, not just insults. It was weird, but not in a bad way. One afternoon, we finished early. I was putting away the cleaning supplies when Bakugo called out, "Hey, Todoroki." I turned, and suddenly he was right there, way closer than usual. "What?" He seemed nervous, which was not like him at all. "Thanks again for the food the other day." "It's fine," I said, feeling weirdly flustered. "No big deal." He nodded but didn't move away. I found myself staring at his lips, noticing for the first time how nice they looked. "Wait, you okay?" Bakugo asked, his voice low. "Your face is all red." "I'm fine," I said quickly, stepping back. "Just hot from cleaning." He raised an eyebrow, clearly not buying it. "If you say so." As we left the pool area, I couldn't shake the weird feeling in my stomach. What the hell was wrong with me? This was Bakugo, for crying out loud, annoying loudmouth Bakugo. So why couldn't I stop thinking about how close he'd been or how his lips looked when he talked? Shit, this was not good. The next few weeks were a mindfuck. Detention was over, but Bakugo and I, well, we didn't go back to hating each other. During hero training, he actually asked to be paired with me. "Todoroki, you're with me," he barked, grabbing my arm. I blinked, surprised. Okay. We faced off against Kirishima and Sero in a mock battle. And damn, we worked well together, like scary well. Ice wall, now. Bakugo yelled, and I reacted instantly, blocking Sero's tape. Bakugo leaped over the wall, blasting Kirishima back. "Your turn, icy hot." I slid in, freezing Kirishima in place. We had them beat in record time. After Bakugo actually grinned at me. "Not bad, half and half." "You two," I said, trying to ignore the way my heart sped up. As we headed back to the locker room, I caught Midoriya staring at us, a weird smile on his face. "What?" I asked. "Oh, nothing," he said, but his tone said otherwise. "You and Kachan just seem to be getting along well." I felt my face heat up. "It's not like that," I muttered. But as I watched Bakugo ahead of us laughing with Kirishima, I wasn't so sure anymore. What the hell was happening to me? A few days later, Midoriya cornered me after class. "Todoroki, can we talk?" I nodded, following him to a quiet spot. He looked at me, all serious. "What's going on with you and Kaken?" I felt my face heat up. "Nothing's going on." Midoriya raised an eyebrow. "Really? Because you're always talking about him lately." "No, I'm not," I protested, but even I could hear how weak it sounded. "You are," he insisted, "and I've known Kachan for years. I see the way you look at each other." I rolled my eyes, trying to play it cool. "You're imagining things." Midoriya just smiled knowingly. "Am I? Because the Todoroki I know doesn't roll his eyes. You're even starting to act like him." Shit, he had a point. "Look," I sighed, running a hand through my hair. "Even if I did feel something, which I'm not saying I do, it's Bakugo, nothing's gonna happen." Midoriya's smile widened. "We'll see about that." As he walked away, I couldn't shake the feeling that he was up to something, and weirdly, part of me hoped he was right. A few nights later, Midoriya texted me about grabbing drinks with some friends. I figured, why not? Anything to get my mind off Bakugo. But when I showed up, guess who was there? Yep, the explosive bastard himself. "What's he doing here?" I hissed at Midoriya. He just shrugged, that same knowing smile on his face. I invited everyone. We grabbed a table, and I ended up sitting across from Bakugo. He was talking and laughing with some girl from Class 1B, looking more relaxed than I'd ever seen him. I tried to focus on the conversation around me, but my eyes kept drifting back to Bakugo. The way his eyes crinkled when he laughed, how his hands moved as he talked. Earth to Todoroki, a voice cut in. It was Kira, another 1B student. "You okay? You seem distressed." "I'm fine," I said quickly, forcing a smile. "Just tired from training." I made an effort to chat with Kira, even managed to laugh at her jokes. But every time I heard Bakugo's voice, my attention snapped back to him. At one point, I caught him looking at me, his expression unreadable. Our eyes met for a second before we both looked away. As the night wore on, I couldn't shake the feeling in my gut. Jealousy? No, couldn't be. I didn't care who Bakugo talked to. Right? As we left the bar, Kira offered to walk home with me. "We're going the same way," she said with a smile. Before I could respond, Bakugo cut in. "I'm headed that way too." So the three of us started walking. Kira chatted away, but Bakugo was uncharacteristically quiet. When we reached Kira's street, she gave me a quick hug goodbye, but not. As soon as she was out of earshot, Bakugo spoke up. "She seems nice. You two would make a cute couple." There was something off about his tone. Was that bitterness? "She's cool, but I'm not interested," I said, watching his reaction. He just grunted and kept walking, We turned down a quiet alley, and suddenly I couldn't take it anymore. What's your problem? I demanded, stopping in my tracks. Bakugo whirled around. My problem? You're the one who's been acting weird for weeks. Me. You're the one who... But I didn't get to finish. In 2 quick steps, Bakugo closed the distance between us and crashed his lips against mine. For a second, I was too shocked to move. Then I was kissing him back hard, my hands tangling in his hair. When we finally broke apart, both breathing heavily, Bakugo smirked. Figured it out yet? Icy hot? I couldn't help but laugh. Took us long enough, I said, pulling him in for another kiss. As we stood there in that alley, I realized Midori had been right all along, but I wasn't about to tell him that